Rocking into 2012 was a big change. Never will I forget my shaking legs as I walked through the boarding house door on that first day. And no, it wasn't from the earthquakes. 14 strangers that all happened to pick the same school become 14 people that I couldn't have made this journey without. As much as I would love to compare my years at Ringy to a metaphor like a cake or a trumpet, I really can't, as nothing compares to the past 5 years. Having high school come to an end is a bit surreal. If anything, for the reason I'll have to buy my own pair of brown T-bar shoes to last me through uni. Year 9. This was 100% my most challenging and difficult year. I suddenly went from a mufti country school to an all-girls private school in the heart of Maryvale. Worst of all, they didn't have a paddock to play rugby on at lunchtimes. Or worse, boys. I arrived at the boarding house with my side fringe and my Motorola backflip phone to what seemed to be a different world. I had to leave in the middle of the new entrance luncheon because I was crying so hard my tears were pulling into my curry. You could say I was a bit fragile the first few weeks. I learned a lot in my first gym. Everyone was raving about Karen Walker's jewellery. Me, being me, I asked if Karen Walker was another boarder in the house. Got me some blank stares. I soon learned about the pecking order of feeding times at the boarding house, as year 9s were definitely at the end of the dessert line. I also discovered that internet, as at home we didn't have such an advanced thing as wireless internet. I remember being so jealous of how people would decorate their rooms with their One Direction posters and their bright colourful duvets that seemed to make them cooler than they actually were. Sad to say, these people are now my best friends, and we have shared posters with each other. Slowly but surely, homesick and shy Claudia made friends and a home for herself at Rangiruru. Through activities and classes, I know for a fact I have made friendships with these girls for life. Now I know it's cliche, but the boarding house really is a home away from home. Not just for boarders, but for Theodore the Bunny, who became the 7th member in the Yellow Flat this year. It is not home because there is a roof over our heads and some food in our tummies, but because of the people in it. They are our family, squad and crew. Staff, they're not really staff. They are our stand-in mothers, older sisters and grandmothers, depending what age bracket they're in. This was different for me, as when I arrived, I had images of Harry Potter matrons ruling our corridors with a stick. But they really are there to care and look after you. I remember Sky, Maddie and I coming back from a pretty lit boys' high dance. The next day, our legs were in agony as we couldn't walk, as we had raved a little too hard. Mrs. Intiman, who was our weekend manager, spent the whole day massaging anti-flam into our legs to get the knots out, in the process breaking her perfectly manicured nails. Now I know this is a really weird example, but these people really do put your needs above their own. Sure, they annoy us sometimes with their overprotective questions when we really are just popping out for a cheeky Macca's, but it's these questions that keep us safe. And how can I forget the boarders? You would have all heard it before, that boarders are like sisters. And before I started boarding, I saw this as a positive thing. But now, not so much. We are sisters, all right, judging by the amount we fight, borrow each other's clothes, and the lack of compliments we give each other. We started off a strong pack of 14 of us. Some left, but some joined to form a very unique group of people. We have done so much together. Boarders dances, raiding the kitchens, breaking not one but 2 windows, Florence Tapley, and also, who could forget, doing Gossip Girl role plays at 11 at night and mermaids in the pool. These are just some of the memories I will treasure. I don't know what I will miss more, the girls I have spent the past 5 years living with, or the fact my wardrobe's going to dramatically shrink. I know I have not been the perfect head of house this year. I've made a couple of mistakes. One being that time I grabbed the wrong chapel speech, which resulted in me reading the head of house from 2012 speech to some parents and students. No one seemed to notice, and I promise you this is all my own work. Or that time I got Christ College boys to DJ for the Boarders dance. and the music was not all the rave. Sorry to you all. But hopefully these little speed bumps have been offset by the good that has happened as well. I've run some pretty good in weekends for the Boarders. We had a murder mystery, a beach day and movie nights, which has led to me leaving behind a fair amount of profit from the Boarders dances for the girls to do something with next year. Maddie and I would like to congratulate next year's Head of House and Deputy Monica Marshall and Georgia Dunn. We know you guys will do a fantastic job next year and we couldn't imagine anyone else better for the job. And now we've come to the thank yous. First of all, my parents. Thank you for sacrificing so much to send me to Rangi. I know it was hard at times and it meant you couldn't buy every car you wanted, Dad, but I'll be grateful for the rest of my life and I hope I've made you proud. Shout out to my friends, including my wonderful deputy, Maddie Wesley, and the head girl, Garby. Thank you for supporting me this year, Maddie, and at times taking the reins. Garby, where would I be without you? I probably would have forgotten prize giving was today. Thank you for keeping me up to date and on track at all times. And to my friends, you have at times given me the strength and guidance to carry on when I have had a breakdown or a hissy fit. I'm going to miss you all so much next year, except the ones following me to Dunedin. You obviously can't get enough of me. Thank you to the boarding house staff, in particular Mrs. Review, the Barnetts and Miss McDonald. Also to the teachers I've had not just this year but the past 5. You are the most hardworking and committed people I've ever met. Thank you for your support and constantly checking in to see how I'm doing. I've had some of the best laughs during classes, the majority of them having nothing to do with education, in particular that one time we got Miss Sika a special cake. To my friends' parents, in particular Nikki, Roger, Sarah and Paul, thank you for giving this homeless boarder a place to sleep at times and letting me eat all your food. I'm going to miss so much about Rangi. I feel like university is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to miss being able to know everyone in my class. I'm going to miss the senior leader Facebook chat going off every minute of the day, as in total, somehow we managed to send 5,000 messages to each other this year. I'm going to miss that feeling of excitement when you hear Mrs. Kingsbury drop the beat of "The Kingdom is Within You" in chapel. I'm going to miss the bake sales and activities the students work so hard to put on each year. I'm going to miss being able to go out for thirds in the lunch line and no one really judging you. But most of all, I'm going to miss this group of girls behind me. Class of 2016. Wow, we made it. Can I just say how proud I am of every single one of you and how far you've come. I can't wait to see what you all do and how it is that we're officially Rangi Old Girls. Thanks for making these times at Rangi the best and most memorable times of my life so far. Who would have thought that the girl who cried in Miss Barnett's office in the boarding house during lunchtimes in Year 9 would be speaking to you all today. Year 13, taking off your uniform for the last time tonight, don't be sad. You've got amazing lives ahead of you, just don't forget those memories we've made. You did it. You now also have a family of 119 beautiful girls. What could be better? Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Hannah Clarkson, the Year 11 Dean, and it gives me great pleasure to announce prize winners.